Hello and welcome to Common Sense TV. I'm your host, the Doctor of Common Sense. Isn't it funny how every time a weekend comes along, especially a holiday weekend, the government always wants to release information because when you're getting prepared for the weekend, you don't think about news sources all the time. Sometimes the most impactful news and those things are the most damaging, whether it be executive order, happens on a Friday. Because you're worrying about the weekend, you're worrying about getting off from work, you're worrying about having yourself a ball or relaxing, so they release information that's pertinent. So you won't be paying attention, but that's okay. Your anchor man will not let this go unseen. Some of the things Hillary Clinton does is so outrageous. Her and Barack Obama, both of these SOBs need to be arrested so bad. Such enemies of America. Now the latest is, we've already talked about Hillary Clinton's deleting of at least 17,448 emails. Let's just round it up to 18,000. 18,000 emails she deleted. The FBI knew she deleted the emails. They knew she deleted the emails, and they gave her a 3-hour interview. Now, it's obvious they had talked to several other people before they got to Hillary. And you mean to think that the FBI didn't come up with a better conclusion than the one they came up with? Now, it may have been suggested, before I get to my point, it may have been suggested, or I think I was talking to a highly intelligent person about this, and they made the suggestion that is it possible that when the FBI director and the agents was meeting with Hillary Clinton, they were really apologizing because just in case you become president, Madam Secretary, we want to make sure we're in good standings with you. So they may have been, could we say, kissing a little ass? Now this latest one proves that the FBI director needs to be investigated. He needs to be locked up because he's criminal. He's literally covering up for Hillary Clinton. Now, you remember he said that Hillary Clinton was careless with the information, the classified information. By the way, she don't know what the C stands for in classified. I won't say it. Maybe she thinks it stands for cookie. Maybe she thinks the C stands for chocolate. I don't know. Maybe it's a yoga move the C stands for. But she don't think drone strikes should be listed as classified information. Just forward that on, Uma. Email that on. But that ain't even the bad part. We find out now that Hillary Clinton was at least using 13 different devices used to send emails, receive emails as classified information, and that ain't even all. A fellow by the name of Justin Cooper, who was an aide to Hillary Clinton. I didn't know she had people with riches who was her aide. Thought she only had women who was her aide. But this fella, who's an aide of Hillary named Justin Cooper, guess what he did? If this not destroying state evidence, the SOB took 2 of the phones Hillary was using, a hammer. I wish I was exaggerating. This SOB took a hammer and literally destroyed the phone, admitted to destroying the phones to the FBI. So Mr. FBI director knew that one of Hillary Clinton's aides took a hammer and destroyed 2 devices to cover up. The FBI knew this, and they still said they didn't have they wasn't going to prosecute her. There wasn't going to recommend prosecution. Now, I'm not that smart, but if I take a hammer to state's evidence and destroy it, is that careless? Is that me purposely destroying evidence? And you know what else is disturbing about this? That ain't even just the worst part. What makes it even more disturbing is they say Bill Clinton had a conversation, a phone call with somebody over at the IT, it's called PRN staff. Bill Clinton had a conversation with the people at the IT firm that set up the private server that Hillary was using. And right after the conversation, files started being deleted. How much more evidence do we need? Files started being deleted after Bill Clinton, Slick Willie, had a conversation with one of the staff members over there. They started deleting files. Now, the FBI says in their report is that they don't know what the conversation that Bill was having with the IT person. This is so insulting to your intelligence. What the hell you mean? Right after you have the conversation, files get deleted. It's a record, phone call record of Bill Clinton having a conversation with the IT person, and files started being deleted immediately. Software being wiped off. How can the FBI director tell you that she was just careless? A hammer was used to destroy 2 of the devices. They say she may have used as much as 16 or so, but at least 13 phones, mobile devices. A hammer was taken to 2 of them. The fella admitted to it. They said, we're not trying to prosecute him because he wasn't part of the investigation. Freaking unbelievable. Bill Clinton has a conversation with one of the people at the IT place, and files start being deleted. Software swiping off files. And they released this on a Friday, by the way. So you can go on home, mind your business, move along, little doggies. Nothing to see here. How much more criminal can this woman be? I'm astounded that anybody, I don't have no trust for anybody who thinks Hillary Clinton is trustworthy. I have no respect. I will not be friends with anybody who thinks Hillary Clinton is respectful. The woman is the biggest criminal to ever run for office. Now, Barack Obama may have a beat now because he's been the president. I'm saying, while they were running for office, she's even more corrupt than Barack Hussein Obama. That is saying a lot. Now, we know he had an illegal birth certificate. We knew he paid money to hide his birth certificate. We knew that he had his transcripts and everything else. Here we have a woman who's supposed to be the most qualified woman to ever run for office. Don't know what C means for classified. She failed the bar in Washington, D.C. too. She ain't that bright. And to make things even worse, a hammer taken to 2 devices. Bill Clinton has a conversation with the IT people who was scrubbing Hillary's email, and it was after the report came out saying that, I quote, Hillary has a private server. Bill Clinton calls, files get deleted. And the FBI, who's supposed to be such a astute and smart police department, the highest, they can't get an indictment on this. I'm not a prosecutor. Don't claim to be one. Never went to law school. I guarantee you, if I go study this case, I can get a prosecution. I can get an indictment on Hillary Clinton. You don't even have to be this bright to get an indictment on Hillary Clinton on this. I mean, this is like a slam dunk. You can get any rookie lawyer to get an indictment on this. And this fella's supposed to be Ivy League trained, supposed to be this damn smart. He and Trey Gowdy was Google gaga over each other, how smart they were. And you mean to tell me he can't get an indictment on this kind of mounds and mounds of evidence? And by the way, he lied too. He said, I quote, he said, now this is him saying, there's not a prosecution because we think that she just act carelessly. Careless mean I was driving down the street and I ran over the curb. That was careless. I wasn't paying attention. I was doing something else. I ran over the curb. Careless means you walked inside a place and you tripped over something by accident. Careless is not taking a hammer, slamming 2 of the devices with classified information, evidence, state evidence that they was trying to subpoena that says, we need to get this evidence, don't destroy anything. They said, we don't care nothing about no subpoena, we don't care about you telling us not to destroy stuff, delete it. Bill says, would you please start deleting files? Take a hammer and go over here and start tearing up the damn phones that Hillary Clinton was using. After she said she only used 1 device. By the way, she already, it's easy video. You can go Google videos of Hillary Clinton says she knew exactly what classified information is. The FBI director is insulting our intelligence. What more evidence do you need? This should be the easiest election ever. Easiest. I mean, we got people who have been locked up for far less than this. I don't care if you like Mr. Snowden or not over in Russia. But he turned over evidence to prove that they was doing something wrong and he's supposed to be a criminal. She purposely deleted states' evidence and deleted many files, destroyed devices over and over again, took foreign donors, lied about how many emails, lied about under oath if she ever sent any classified. She said uncategorically she never sent any classified information. Not only did she send some, she deleted it. She deleted the devices. How much more do we need? You can let me try this case right here. I bet you I can win. You can get the sharpest lawyer. I can win this case. I'll just hire me a team, especially if I got the money. I'll hire me a team to do just, let's get, what about this, what about that? I'll just ask all the see, like Henry Ford says, you don't have to be able to do every job. Just get you a button, and you can push the button to tell this person, I want evidence on this. How can we prosecute this? How can we do this? That's all it takes. I'll set this up so it'll be such a slam dunk. whether somebody else, I said, give me all the evidence, let me present the case. The evidence is so overwhelming that no lawyer could get Hillary Clinton off. You can get the top 5 lawyers that ever existed on this earth, and they couldn't get Hillary Clinton off. If you let me have the resources that I want to do, and let me have the investigators I want to do to prosecute this case. It's a slam dunk. You have to be completely stupid not to be able to prosecute Hillary on this right here. The evidence is way too overwhelming. And for the FBI director and all of these other people, I mean, you should have saw the CNN person who finally found out, because the guy says, hey, they use a hammer to destroy. She says, I never heard that. Can we do a fact check? She goes to this liberal guy and asks, did they ever destroy evidence with a hammer? He admitted, and you should have saw the shock on their face, like, yeah, it happened. Yeah, they really did take hammers and destroy phone devices. And you want me to believe that you can trust this woman? So either she's incompetent, number one, she's criminal, or she's both. I think it's a little both. She's criminal as hell. She's always been criminal. Whitewater, you just go down the list. This woman been destroying evidence since back in the Nixon days. Up until this very point, what makes you think a leopard cannot change their stripes? This heifer is a snake. She always will be a snake. Anybody who's saying that they support Hillary is brain dead. They have no conscience. They have no type of discernment. All I'm saying is, why did the FBI director not indict Hillary Clinton? Maybe he has something to hide too. Inquiring minds would love to know.